beg for it.
And now I have to go to Walmart and buy the candy because my kids have grown up and moved out.
And they kind of banned you last year after you went around the neighborhood going trick or treat.
Well, they said, "Man, you're awful big for a kid." Yeah. That's not a mask.
Yeah. I was raised under power lines.
That's right.
So this is our Halloween special. Now, full disclosure, we didn't have a show last month because of scheduling and all that. But to make up for it, we did make an appearance at the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival.
Yes, we did. We were there, and I choked. I'll tell you, Joe, you did a wonderful job screaming at people and hollering and telling jokes. And
well, I do what I do best. I'm just constantly just running my mouth and harassing people.
Buddy, I just sat there and handed out candy. That's all I did.
Well, that was the thing. You came out the superhero. Like I was the...
You were the villain?
Yeah, we switched roles. Like instead of me being the straight lace, hero, and you're being the jackleg, we reversed it. And like you was the hero to all the kids. Like, hey, that guy's cool. He's got candy. And who's that moron screaming through a megaphone at us?
I'm telling you, that might be the first time I've ever had like stage fright like that.
Which shocks me. As long as I've known you, I didn't know that like you knew the meaning of stage fright.
Well, apparently a large gathering in a parade, I apparently cannot perform.
You can't perform under pressure?
I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, all them people. And Joe is hollering the whole time saying, all these people came to see us, Mike. I was like, yep. So I did get to heckle some of the cops. I mean, Joe did give me this megaphone and it had a siren on it. And it'd go, woo, woo, woo. So I'd point at him and do that.
Yeah, so Mike decides to pick on the only people that can actually do anything about our nonsense. He's the one that decides to go after.
All those poor innocent people there. Joe was hollering at them. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I did enjoy it, except for the rain. I
Yeah.
didn't like the rain.
But I was able to come up with a joke out of it, so that worked out.
Yeah, you came up with a couple jokes, but that one was probably not, shouldn't tell it on this air, but...
What about the Amazon with the rain? I'm not allowed to tell that joke?
Now that one you can tell.
Yeah, so while it was raining, I decided to start going through the parade announcing to people, attention Amazon shoppers, to the person who ordered the rain, your order has been delivered.
It was timing. And the mic just dropped. That's even funnier.
Yeah, our mic went a little limp there.
Hey.
Oh, so we're live on TikTok here, and Danny Stark asked, did you hear about Willie Nelson getting hit by a car the other day? No, Danny, we didn't. So let's see where this goes.
We're patiently waiting.
So while we're waiting, so let's give a little rundown on tonight's show. As this being our Halloween special, we're going to play some Halloween songs, and we're going to have our joke battle. It's a Halloween joke battle, and then, of course, our Ray Stevens song of the night. You can't do that. You can't have a show without Ray Stevens. And we got a special guest.
We do.
Not Timmy.
I figure Timmy's showing up tonight.
No,
It's
that old
Halloween.
Rugrat's out chasing cars.
Man,
and
I'm
can't get
telling
the
you, he
candy.
likes Halloween too.
He was playing on the road again.
Not bad.
So if you missed the joke, did you hear about Willie Nelson got hit by a car the other day? He was playing on the road again.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road. Oh, quit singing.
I wish you would. Hey, Mike, who sings that song?
I think it's Willie Nelson.
Well, I'd say let him do it.
I set you up good.
But
Okay, Joe, I got a little joke I want to tell here.
keep it. You might need it one day.
The only difference between me and a madman is I'm not mad. I just wanted to get that out of there.
You had to get that out of your system.
Yeah. And I do have some surprise here. You know, I'm showing him some papers here, people, and I have a whole page here of
Knock knock jokes. Let me show you a magic trick I learned.
No magic tricks. I don't want you making it disappear.
Yeah, Mike's sitting here acting like I've never seen a piece of paper before. Ooh, Mike, that is so cool.
Well, yeah.
You're the coolest.
Yeah.
That's
That's my memory.
So we do have a special guest tonight, Mr. Grayson McGaha. You can find them online at Grayson McGahad Comedy and GraysonMcGahadComedy.com. A close buddy of ours at this point. We are mutual fans of each other's work. He will be making a special appearance in an interview that we pre-recorded last week. But he's going to tell us what's new with Mr. Grayson McGahad Comedy's world.
Yeah, in talking with him, I think we had I think we'll have a good time talking with him.
Oh, always do.
We had, he also does paranormal.
Yeah, he does some paranormal stuff, so fall right in line with Halloween.
Yes.
Not only we're going to get some Grayson McGahad comedy, but we're also going to get some what he likes to call paranormal night shift.
The last story he tells, I'm hoping is going to be the last story that he tells. It was very good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yes.
I think he ended it. Well, he didn't end it. It was how he was told, and I think it's just a great ending.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. So Mike, how about we get our first song underway?
Oh, I'm ready for the first song.
All right, buddy. So
I'm going to get my Monster Mash on.
Well, who said it was going to be Monster Mash?
Oh, that's the first one. It's always the first one.
You're right. So,
right again.
So you're right more tonight than you was when you was married.
Joe, she does. The ex-wife does on occasion listen to the show and some of the clips.
Really?
Yeah.
So
because I get heckled.
So you're saying make sure I add this to the lineup?
Yeah, buddy, do it.
I got you shook up there, didn't I?
No, definitely not shook up.
Caught you off guard.
I'm all shook up.
All right, so here's our first song of the night, Monster Mash. And that was Monster Mash.
Monster Mash.
I seen you over there mashing some monsters there, sir.
Yeah, my boot scooting boogie.
But you got a little Monster Mash on your shoe.
I got boots on.
Yeah, but you got a little Monster Mash left on.
It's a little boogie. Put a little boogie in it. Yeah.
So, sir, how about another song?
What kind of song you got playing this time?
Buddy, I knocked some dust off of this one.
Oh.
How about the Rocky Horror Picture Show Time Warp?
I'm not a big fan, but let's hear this.
All right, so here is, for you fans of the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie, here is Time Warp. And that was the Rocky Horror Picture Show Time Warp.
Time Warp.
I seen you over there time warping.
Yeah.
Is there a weird echo? Okay, no, quit. Okay.
There is a bit of an echo here.
Echo, echo.
Echo, echo, echo. I hear it now. You hear it? You hear
Yes.
it? You hear
Okay,
it?
so
I hear
I'm
it.
not crazy then.
Yes, you're crazy.
Well, that's another story for another day.
I think it's echoing in your head.
Probably.
Probably between those ears.
Probably. Okay.
Okay.
So, sir, how about we take a break?
I don't want to take a commercial break.
Well, tough.
Oh,
How about
oh.
this? I'll make a deal with you. We take a commercial break now, then we come back, we'll do our joke battle.
Do we have... Okay, that sounds good. But is the commercial going to be with the... Is it Terrell?
Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply? Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
and we have yet to go down there and eat.
You have yet to go down there and eat.
No, me and you were supposed to go.
Yeah, me and you're supposed to go together, but buddy,
I've been waiting on you, and I'm hungry.
Well, let's go. Well, let's see if we can run down there during the break.
I'm not running anywhere.
Yeah, last time I was down there, it was chicken fried steak day.
Oh, man.
Man, it's like heaven down there. That
Man.
food down there is hard to beat.
You just need to grab a hold of me and let's go.
I'm going to grabbing a hold of you.
Yeah, baby.
Well, let's take a break before we lose sponsors, and we'll be right back. Stop by Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply before you start your next home improvement project. We have the lumber, metal, and hardware you need to complete any project around the house. While you are here purchasing feed for your animals, remember to feed yourself at our delicious home-cooked deli. Let Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply be your one-stop for all your home improvement needs. Stop by our store at 4938 Parkersburg Road in Reedy, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-927-8269.
A&M Digital Technologies is the one-stop shop for all your technology needs. We offer computer sales and repair, cell phone and tablet sales and repair, video game console repair, home security camera solutions, website design, and more. Also, ask us about how we can help you preserve family photos and old family movies with our digital conversion services. We service Roane County and the surrounding areas. Whether it's for home or business, we have solutions for everyone. Give us a call today at 304-927-3588 or check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com.
And we are back, and it's now time for our Halloween joke-off.
Halloween!
Or joke battle.
Joke battle.
Yes.
Yes, it's a joke battle.
All right, sir. So who wants to go first? Are you going first, or am I going first?
I can go first, or you can go first.
Boy, you're so smart.
Yes, I am. Hi, I'm Timmy. Maybe he has a joke. Hey, Timmy, you got a joke?
Timmy has a
I
joke.
got a joke. I got a joke.
All right, Timmy, let's hear it. Why aren't you out trick-or-treating?
It's not time yet.
Trust me, I seen a man driving around the neighborhood in a van handing out candy. Go find him.
Joe, be quiet. That's it, Timmy. You tell him. Why did the zombie become a mortician?
Why, Timmy?
To put food on the table.
Ah, jeez.
Way to go, Timmy. All right, now you let the adults tell jokes now.
Yeah.
We got some worse than that. Well, I don't know about Joe, but I do.
All right, Stu. Who's going first?
I don't know. Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Now what?
What? I forgot. What were we doing?
I don't remember.
All right, Joe. Why don't you go first?
Okay.
Because I like you so well.
All right. Why don't zombies eat comedians?
Because they taste funny?
Yes.
What? Oh, you're kidding me. I got one. Yeah, oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm sorry, Joe. I mean to take your punchline.
Yeah. All right, go. You're next.
What do you call a witch's garage?
What?
A broom closet.
When a skeleton is discovered in a closet, what do you call it?
I don't know.
The champion of last year's hide and seek.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. What kind of food would you find on a haunted house beach?
I give up.
A sandwich?
What is one thing you can't give a headless horseman?
A nod?
A headache.
What's a skeleton's favorite song?
What?
Bad to the Bone.
Ooh.
I like that one. I like it.
Timmy, go find that man with the van with the candy.
You leave Timmy alone.
After drinking blood from a bodybuilder, what did the vampire say?
I don't know.
Whoa, that was strong.
No, I like that. I like that one. Here's one, Joe, I think you're really going to like. What is in a ghost's nose?
What?
Boogers.
All right, I got one for you. How do you make a tissue dance? You blow a little boogie.
What's a vampire's favorite fruit?
I'm going to be nice. I've got several answers that I know are wrong.
Oh, now come on. This is family friendly.
I know. That's why I'm not going to.
What's a vampire's favorite fruit?
What?
Nectarines.
What happened to the cannibal who was late to supper?
I don't know.
They gave him the cold shoulder.
Oh. Okay. What's a pumpkin's favorite movie?
I give up.
Pulp Fiction.
What happened to the guy who couldn't keep up payments to his exorcist?
I don't know.
He was repossessed.
Oh. What's a zombie's favorite weather?
What?
cloudy with a chance of brains.
Do zombies eat popcorn with their fingers?
Yes?
No, they eat the fingers separately.
What do you call a movie about zombies finding true love? A zom-com.
What was the cause of death when the gigantic prize-winning pumpkin crushed a man to death?
I don't know.
He was gored to death.
Where do ghosts go on vacation?
Where?
Malibu.
Oh. All right, sir. Can you believe we're down to my last joke of the night?
Then you have 11.
No, I had 10.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Why won't monsters eat ghosts?
I don't know why.
Because they taste like sheet.
Okay, what's a zombie's favorite treat?
What's that?
You might guess brain food, but it's actually eye candy.
On that note, if you have any Halloween jokes, let us know send them to LOL Radio Show at lolradioshow1@gmail.com, and we might make bonus footage on our social medias.
It doesn't matter what kind of joke it is. If you got jokes, send them to us.
Yeah.
What's that email address again?
lolradioshow1@gmail.com.
There you go. Just send us anything you'd like, even if it's a cute story. A paranormal story would be great. We would get it to Grayson and maybe get him to tell it to us on air so we could have your story repeated.
There you go. So that concludes our joke battle. So let us know who won that joke
I
battle.
won, of course.
Yeah.
It's all about the boogers.
I thought you were going to say it's all about the booze.
no booze. Booze hadn't been in these lips in a while.
No, the booze like, boo, that's terrible.
No, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
Nobody's booing us. What are you talking about?
Watch Timmy out there going, boo.
He's booing you.
Probably.
He likes me. Hi, I'm Timmy.
Timmy, you dressed up like Beetlejuice. That's perfect, buddy.
Timmy. Timmy.
Well, on that note, Timmy, I'm going on a commercial break. You go find that man with the van with the candy, and we'll be right back.
Stop by Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply before you start your next home improvement project. We have the lumber, metal, and hardware you need to complete any project around the house. While you are here purchasing feed for your animals, remember to feed yourself at our delicious home-cooked deli. Let Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply be your one-stop for all your home improvement needs. Stop by our store at 4938 Parkersburg Road in Reedy, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-927-8269.
A&M Digital Technologies is the one-stop shop for all your technology needs. We offer computer sales and repair, cell phone and tablet sales and repair, video game console repair, home security camera solutions, website design, and more. Also, ask us about how we can help you preserve family photos and old family movies with our digital conversion services. We service Roane County and the surrounding areas. Whether it's for home or business, we have solutions for everyone. Give us a call today at 304-927-3588 or check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com.
We are back, and now's our time for our Ray Stevens Song of the Night.
Ray Stevens. Who doesn't love Ray Stevens?
I don't know, but if there's anybody out there that doesn't like Ray Stevens, I'm sorry, but you must be some kind of sad individual.
Hey, Joe.
What?
Knock, knock.
Really? We just had a joke battle and you didn't get it out of your system?
These are more towards you.
Who's there?
Bob?
Bob who?
Bob for apples. It's Halloween.
Oh,
Joe, I'm sorry.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
If
Knock. I got another one, man.
Who's there?
Figs.
Figs who?
Figs is your doorbell. I'll stop knocking.
You're the reason the doorbell's broke.
You want to hear one more?
No, but I'm sure I will.
All right. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream who?
Ice cream every time I see a ghost.
Oh, jeez. Are we finished?
Oh,
now?
I think I got another one for you.
I
Knock,
don't
knock.
think you do.
Knock, 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 knock.
Who's there?
Eddie?
Eddie who?
Anybody home? It's Halloween.
No, there's nobody home. Go take Timmy and go somewhere else.
Oh, Timmy, poor Timmy.
No.
Hi.
There's no
Hi,
poor.
Timmy.
There's no
Hi,
poor.
Timmy.
Timmy.
Timmy. That's me. Hi, I'm Timmy.
Timmy, do you have any brothers or sisters?
I'll never tell.
I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark and say, no, you don't.
I taught him everything he knows.
Well, there's about 30 seconds of his life he'll never get back.
Yeah, right. He's got you irritated. Hey, do I irritate you?
Stop touching me.
Stop.
All right, so can we get back on course here?
I never got off course.
He was never on course to get off of course.
All right, what are we doing now?
All right, so now's
Not another commercial, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's a Ray Stevens song of the night.
Oh, Racy, why didn't you say so?
I thought I did at the beginning, but at this point, I'm starting to question all my life decisions.
I'm Timmy.
And Timmy, I bet your parents wake up every day questioning their life
He
decisions.
sends him over here, Joe.
That's why I
Get peace
understand.
and quiet. Are you going to play the Ray Stevens song or not?
Well, I'd like to introduce it first. How about that?
Well, will you hurry up? Hi, I'm Timmy.
Well, the Ray Stevens song of the night is Ray Stevens classic. We've played it before, but it's a classic. It's Halloween. You got to go with it.
That's absolutely right.
Sitting Up with the Dead.
Oh, I don't like it.
Good. Well, Timmy, why don't you go outside and see if that man in the van with the candy's playing in his radio?
I'm on it.
So here's Ray Stevens with Sitting Up with the Dead.
Right.
A&M Digital Technologies is the one-stop shop for all your technology needs. We offer computer sales and repair, cell phone and tablet sales and repair, video game console repair, home security camera solutions, website design, and more. Also, ask us about how we can help you preserve family photos and old family movies with our digital conversion services. We service Roane County and the surrounding areas. Whether it's for home or business, we have solutions for everyone. Give us a call today at 304-927-3588 or check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com.
Stop by Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply before you start your next home improvement project. We have the lumber, metal, and hardware you need to complete any project around the house. While you are here purchasing feed for your animals, remember to feed yourself at our delicious home-cooked deli. Let Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply be your one stop for all your home improvement needs. Stop by our store at 4938 Parkersburg Road in Reedy, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-927-8269.
We are back, and now is our interview with Mr. Grayson McGaha.
You know what really burns my butt?
Yeah, Mike doing sorrowful invitation.
Hey, I did a good invitation of old Angry Bird.
Yeah, I bet you he's just gracing some kids with his presence, giving out candy or life advice, one or the other.
Hey, kid, get off my lawn.
Exactly. I can see him doing that.
Unless you're going to cut the grass. Not like that. You're doing it wrong. I'm sorry. Back to Grayson.
Yes. So,
Okay,
Grayson
help me. Let's say his last name.
McGaha.
Magaha.
Yes.
Magaha. Just like it is spelled.
Yeah, McGaha.
Yeah.
So, Mike and I have become pretty good buddies with Mr. Grayson McGaha and his wife, Mrs. McGaha Comedy.
Mrs. Magaha.
Now that's kind of a running joke that we can't say her name because she's in witness protection.
Oh.
That's why she's never live on any of his videos.
We need to take her picture down.
Yeah. But so he's able to catch up with Grayson and see what's new with him because last time he was on the show was back in April. Mike, can you believe it's been that long?
Oh, man, it's been a while.
So Mr. Grayson's been a very busy man, so we caught up with him, and here's what's new with Grayson.
Grayson.
All right, so here we are with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Grayson McGaha, longtime supporter of the show. Grayson, how are you, buddy?
Man, everything's been doing so good, man, and it's everything's just been so fun. I love doing these shows with you guys, and I was so glad I get the Halloween show.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, come on.
You're suited for
Yeah, pretty much.
it.
I mean, since the last time we've talked, you have gone from Mr. Grayson McGaha comedy to Mr. Grayson McGaha walking HR violation, taking on corporate America, to Mr. Grayson McGaha, Mr. Paranormal Night Shift.
I know, and it was not by plan. I'll put it that way. It was not by plan. So most of everybody knows me as the blue collar walking HR violation guy. But what most people didn't realize, what I think last time we talked, is I've worked night shift for the better half of 2 decades. So going on 17 years, all my time at work has been on night shift. And I started telling jokes about things that only night shift people would understand. Like, we're the only ones who worked yesterday, today, and tomorrow, all in the same 24-hour period. And we're the people who are up when the things that go bump in the night are. That comment generated hundreds of people sending me their stories of, hey man, you want to hear some spooky stuff that happens to me while I work at night shift at a metal refinery? Yeah. You want to hear spooky stuff that happens to me when I work night shift at the hospital? Yeah, I do. And then it really just turned into me. A lot of people, the paranormal is one of those things that a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about until they know that you're comfortable talking about it. A lot of people don't like talking about it for religious reasons, spiritual reasons, but everybody's had a story. Everybody I have ever come in contact with has got something that they can't explain. And I love a good story. Old fashioned storytelling is my favorite, campfire stories. And people started sending them to me. And I did a couple videos where I was like, hey, this is a fan submitted story. And then it's turned into a whole nother thing. We've got a podcast now. We've got Paranormal Night Shift podcast. We're on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and all of them. And I think we've on Facebook, we've got 500 and some odd thousand people who watch our stories. And it's nuts to me. It's crazy that many people, number one, that many people have stories. And number two, that there's that many of them out there. I think we're on episode like 105, 106 now. It's just cool. But what I like about it is it's just fan stories.
Yeah, and that's why Mike and I have looked at it, that it's really neat to see. And the way you tell it is, you don't have to be a believer. You don't have to be a believer or not. It's just entertaining. And that's the way, from my standpoint, I find it entertaining just watching, just hearing the story itself, regardless if you believe it or not.
And I think that's what makes it work.
They're just great stories.
Yeah, I mean, all of us are from a certain part of the region out here in Appalachia, and that's the way that a lot of these stories got told. Just standing around the campfire, and that was entertainment for the longest time. And then theater of the mind and radio came over, and that's really what I go for. Andy, my co-host on this, we're not paranormal investigators. We're not Zach Baggins running around with equipment trying to, communicate with something. I don't want any of that. That scares me. I don't want to do any of that stuff at all. What I do like is just stories. And I think a lot of people who experience something, whatever they want to say they experience, they just want to tell their story without any ridicule or out any judgment. And it's a safe way for them. I mean, they send it to us, and they'll ask to remain anonymous, or I'll go in and change the name. If the name was Sarah, then I'm going to change it to, something else. And I try to keep it very entertaining. And hey, this person says this happened to them, and I want you to listen to it. And if you think you know what it is, tell me down here in the comments what you think happened. If you've got a similar experience, there's been a lot of that too, where people have similar experiences, especially in the healthcare field. A lot of the hospice nurses have sent in some really like heartwarming stories, because sometimes you just don't know. A lot of people just don't know. You always hear stories of, your grandparents passing away, and they're talking to people. There's other people in the room, and they're talking to angels, and that's, you know, you can say what you want to about it, but that's still a paranormal story because that's what that means, right? Just something out of the norm.
One of my favorites is the one that you told early on was about the lights kicking on going between the buildings at the well, I think it was a refinery, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a night shift supervisor at the refinery, and they had basically the long and short of the story is that they had a old building and then a new building, and the old building had burnt down, and they had a new building to where in order to get to the new building, you had to walk out on the loading docks. And we've all worked in loading docks. You know, it's very long concrete path. They set up motion lights out there. So every night this supervisor had to go and like walk and make sure that the old building was locked. So he would walk from the new building to the old building, and the motion lights would come on. You know, he said it's about 100 yards. So the motion lights would come on just about every 10 yards. A motion light would come on. It was very ominous, he said, and it just felt very weird because you know, the lights are coming on. So as he's walking out and the lights are following him, it's still dark on the building that he's walking to. And then it just changes. So as he's walking, the lights are coming on. But as he's walking that way, the lights from the other building are coming on. And he can't see anything, but then the lights start flashing on a lot faster. So something is now running towards him, triggering these lights. And he is freaking out because he can't see anything. He's heard all the ghost stories of the old building, and that there were people there when it burnt down, and they weren't happy with the company rebuilding and everything like that. So he's freaking out, and he lays down in the fetal position, like I think a lot of us are, because whatever's coming at him is coming at him as fast as it possibly can. And he stops and just screams and starts praying, and it stops. The lights just stop, and he feels this cold burst of air pass right through him. And then he gets up and, you know, brushes off and walks to the other building. No other issues at all. But when they go and check the CC footage, there's a black figure floating from the old building towards him, and it hauls straight towards him. You can see it on the CC footage just barrel to him and then stop. So everything he said in his story is caught on CC video, and I don't know of anything that can do that. I don't know. I mean, if it would have to be a relatively large object to trigger the motion lights, and for it to keep going as fast as it did. That's just, those stories like that are absolutely just breathtaking and fun to listen to, because you don't know what it is. You don't know how to explain it.
What would I do? I'd change my underwear.
Yes.
After I changed my underwear, I'd probably have to go see the CC footage for myself. And then, I mean, what do you do afterwards? If it's there, I mean, if you know something is capable of doing that, what do you do?
I'd be making two changes: job, then underwear, then job.
Exactly. But there's tons of these stories that are really cool. We get tons of them sent to us from haunted dolls. That was one of my favorite stories that we had sent to us, which was a mother, and she had a 6-year-old, and they had a birthday party, and they doing the birthday party thing at the park, and they got all the gifts, and they get back, and there's this, she's opening a gift. She can't figure out who the gift's from because there's only so many kids there. She's counting gifts. Nobody claimed it, but it was an American Girl doll, just this doll. And the doll, when they got it home, the doll wouldn't stop talking, like just continued to talk. And it wasn't saying very nice things. And it knew the girl's name, and it knew the mom's name, and it would start communicating, asking to play with Sarah, I think was the kid's name, is Sarah, let's play. And all hours of the night, she continued to hear this doll just talk. So mom finally, convinced the girl, hey, look, we're going to put the doll away because it's broken. It's talking and it's broken and it's scary. She put the doll in the closet, continued to hear the doll talk in the closet, just over and over again. So finally she's like, this thing's got to be broken. It's got to have an on-off switch. It's got to have something. the mom goes and starts, looking for the voice box, looking for the batteries to take the batteries out. It doesn't take batteries. There's no voice box. There's no nothing on it. They go and mom, of course, does what I think you, me, and Mike would do. You burn that thing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get rid of it. Yeah, you get rid of it. You burn that thing, and then you never deal with it again. But her biggest concern was nobody would take ownership of the doll. Nobody said that, after talking to the other parents and after talking to the other kids and the parents that were at the party, they still don't know who brought the doll to the birthday party.
Well, would you claim ownership of that doll?
Yeah, you just, people ask me, what do I do to combat it? My wife asks all the time. She's like, what do you do? Because you read these really scary stories 24/7. And then like, how do you turn it off? And, not to get too far up on my soapbox, but I truthfully believe in the power of prayer. And it's one of the things that I tell people when they ask me for advice is, it may not be the popular opinion anymore, but I tell people all the time, the first thing you need to do is put it in the man's hands and pray on it. And, little man and I, that's what we do before we go to sleep. And I mean, it might sound as silly as the now I lay me down to sleeps, but I know that it makes me feel better to do it before I go to sleep. And that's how I combat a lot of the darkness that comes with doing these stories, because you read them and some of them do not have happy endings at all.
Well, there's a reason that the Bible says, fear not 365 times.
Mm-hmm. Mike, if you didn't know that, it's a year.
Okay.
That's why it's 365. It's a year, Mike. I know. With it being Halloween and with it being fun, and this is the LOL radio show, which means that we still have to make people laugh. Like, it is the Loads of Laughs show. I thought maybe you guys, because I love your jokes, thought maybe you guys would appreciate some really corny Halloween jokes.
I love, just the cornier the better.
Well, I'm a big fan of the corny jokes. So, do you know, why don't vampires attack Taylor Swift?
I don't know why.
Because she's got bad blood.
Nice.
Do you know where vampires keep their money?
No.
Where?
At a blood bank. Did you hear about the vampire who wanted to be a NASCAR driver?
No.
Well, he can't finish the race because it's always neck and neck. I know they're absolutely horrible, but
Nothing wrong with those.
They're absolutely horrible.
No, they're not.
But man, those are the fun ones, man. Because you know what you call two witches. I said witches. You know what you call two witches who live together? Broommates.
Broommates. That was bad.
Oh yeah, I didn't say any of these were good. I didn't say any of these were good at all.
Grayson, I got a joke for you.
I'll take it, man. I want them.
Okay. What did the Chinese janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
What?
Supplies! Hey.
That one's lovely. I like it.
Yeah, well.
That one's pretty good.
My mom told me that one.
I'm proud of your mom.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Do you know what ghosts like to eat at Olive Garden?
Spaghetti?
Yeah, spaghetti. And you know that every ghost that I've ever met is on the cheerleading team because they've got loads of spirit. I didn't say they were any good.
No, they're good. Shoot, they're all good. Seems like the worse they are, the more I like them.
But that's kind of the way I am. I mean, when it comes to a horrible Halloween joke, I mean, that's what you kind of have to do is just make them as horrible as possible.
Yeah.
So Grayson, since last time we've talked, buddy, you've been just a little bit busy on the social media platforms.
A little bit. You know, it is definitely, I think we broke 800,000 the other day on the TikTok. It's been
Cheers to you
cool,
on
man.
that,
And
sir.
it is very cool, man. My comedy and the corporate stuff and the paranormal stuff, it's all kind of meshed. It's all under the same umbrella. You know, I don't try to separate anything out. It's like, hey, this is kind of what you're here for. And it's been cool. And you know, I don't know if I can do my shameless plug, but I totally do have this guy making some really cool merch for me as well. It will be my shameless plug that I have no problem talking about. But I know for a fact that you can get A&M Digital Technologies and Solutions to come and make you these really cool coasters. Mike, we're going to have to send you a coaster if you don't have one already, man.
No, I
Handmade.
don't.
Handmade.
Handmade.
Really cool. I got a whole bunch of them, man. Like, I know Joe and you guys see each other more often. I get it, but you know what? I mean, Mike, I might have to send you the I Believe in Bigfoot coaster, brother.
That looks good.
Dude, and they're awesome. They really are. And Joe, like, you know, not to toot anybody's horn, but Joe does an amazing job with this and doesn't always give himself credit for all of the crazy late night conversations he's had with me where I'm like, hey man, can you make this into this? And then by the end of the next day, I got cool HR violation coasters and just, you know, my whole brand is built on just having fun, you know, and just, I mean, even with the paranormal stuff and even with the Bigfoot stuff and all that, it's just like, let's just have a good time. I think that's what makes it relatable, man. I mean, we've all had jobs and horrible bosses that we've worked for. We've all been trying to make it payday to payday to where payday ends up on payday. Like I'm making it payday to 3 p.m. now. That's about it. After the bills are caught up, I'm like, wow, can't wait to get to that next one. But it's fun, man. I mean, the social media thing's been absolutely really cool, and I'm so impressed that we've built this community and been able to do a lot of the cool stuff that we've done. I mean, with Paranormal Night Shift, we went down to Savannah the earlier part of October and did not an investigation or anything like that, but we kind of just got to steep ourselves in haunted Savannah history, which was kind of cool.
Well, and you launched a website since then. You have your own merch shop.
I do. I got all the stickers. I think I think we were just about to do stickers when I talked to you guys last time, and now we've got, how many do we have now? Over 30 different ones?
Sounds about right.
I think about over 30 different stickers, everything from HR violations to America runs on night shift to night shift. Huh? Oh, she says 60 now. She's counting 60 different stickers that we have.
So Grayson, sir, before we wrap up the interview, before we let you go, since you're Mr. Paranormal Night Shift, one of your many hats that you wear, hit us with your favorite Paranormal Night Shift story.
Oh, that's going to be a hard one right here, because there's so many really good ones. But I gotta say, you know, and this is one that has bothered me since I've heard this story, because I will, full disclosure, and this is a viewer discretion advised story. It does not have a ending that has been told to me, and I've reached out a couple of times to try to get one from this gentleman, and with no response. But I don't know what you guys know about Ouija boards. I know that they scare me, and I don't like to mess with them because they scare me.
Yes.
I remember being a kid and going to probably Toys R Us and seeing one for the first time, and my mom like flipping out on the manager of Toys R Us, like, these are bad, you can't have these here. And he's like, it's made by, you know, Hasbro, and She's like, you don't understand. These are bad. But the story that was sent to me, we're going to call him Kevin just because it works well. But Kevin was a military kid. And Kevin had been moved around so many times it wasn't even funny. Never really had a chance to make friends. And now he was approaching his senior year in high school and moving again. He was just furious with his dad. He was always like a, anti-establishment military kid, dyed his hair black, wore all the Marilyn Manson clothes, didn't believe any of the stuff, but just knew that it made his dad mad. But they were finally going to be in one place. They were finally going to be stayed put for all of his senior year. His dad had just signed a 24-month contract, and this year was going to be the year that he could actually make friends. So dad went out with him and did the dad thing, like got him all new clothes, got him everything. And they really just had a wonderful time together. It was the first time he really started connecting with his dad, because now they were going to be here for a long time. And the first day of school, wearing all his new clothes, he was accepted. He was never accepted. But all of these kids, there was a huge community of kids that were just like him, that loved wearing the black clothes and the makeup and all the goth stuff. And he ended up meeting a buddy of his, and they became best friends. And his buddy had a sister, and any 19 or any 17-year-old guy, he instantly fell in love with this girl right away. Well, Halloween night came, and he was so amazed that his dad was actually going to let him spend the night at the house with his buddy. I mean, his dad knew that the girl was going to be there too, but his dad was just cool. He was like, I trust you. Go have fun. Do your thing. And, there weren't really going to be parents there. I mean, their parents were going to be there, but they were kind of hippy dippy and would let him get away with anything. They go and they're doing the party and got a little bonfire going. There's probably a little underage alcohol consumption happening. And the girl comes to him and goes, hey, man, why don't you come down to the basement with us? We're going to do a seance. We're going to play with a Ouija board. Now, he didn't really like this, kind of like me and you and everybody else. He knew in his heart that this was not a good idea, but she was gorgeous and he wanted to impress her.
But it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
He goes down there, and like half the other people are already down there, and they've got a circle and they've got a pentagram drawn on the floor and the Ouija board in the middle of it. This all feels really weird to him. He's like, I don't think I want to do this. But they're already chanting. They're chanting his name, and they've contacted something, and it's asking for them to make a sacrifice. Now he's really freaking out. He's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. But by the time he can turn around to exit, the girl cuts his hand with a piece of glass. Now he's bleeding. He's like, hey, what'd you do that for? That hurt. What are you doing? Look, it'll be over quick, she said. The whole thing is going to be over quick. It won't hurt. He's freaking out. I don't want to play this game. I don't like this game. Look, like that hurt. I don't want to do this. He grabs the Ouija board and runs out of the room with it. He's yelling at him like, this isn't cool. I don't like doing this. He goes and knows that they have that bonfire, and he throws the Ouija board in the bonfire. Everybody's face is just pale and scared. Everybody's looking at him like he did something wrong. You didn't close the session. That's the way you have to do these things. You have to close the session. It knows your name. It knows your name now. He didn't think anything else of it. In fact, he told his dad the whole situation, and he kind of turned away from doing all the goth stuff. He really built a good connection with his dad. He left that school, ended up doing a lot more military stuff with his dad, and 20 years had passed, and he didn't think anything else about it. Now he's excuse me, now he's in his 30s. He doesn't think anything about it till recently. He's had a couple kids of his own, and they were having a barbecue the other night. His daughter, about 6, runs down the stairs and says, Dad, the big kids are doing something wrong. Well, he goes upstairs and sees that the big kids and some of the kids from the neighborhood are playing with a Ouija board, and he loses it. He loses control, and he throws that Ouija board. He's screaming at the kids, and he's mad. He's just so mad. Why was he so mad? It was because he was scared. he knew that evil was still there. He felt it. He grabbed the Ouija board that he had kicked across the room, and that's when he noticed the planchette started to move. Hello, Kevin. We've missed you. And that, unfortunately, is where his story ends.
Ooh.
and again, I never know how to end these stories, but what do you
That's
do
a
with
good way to end that one.
It's a
I-
good
Mike?
way to end it.
Wide open. Wide open.
And if you go check out Paranormal Night Shift, you can hear the full story, and you know, we add all the creepy background music and everything like that. But it's one of our longer stories, a very open-ended story. But that's a story that a fan has sent to us that after he sent the story, I never could get back in contact with him. That's actually one that when so my wife will print out the stories, and that one is one of the ones that scares me still thinking about it, especially with Joe being my IT guy. But my wife will print out the stories, and as I'm sitting here working and packing sticker orders, she'll read a couple of them and go, "Hey, I think this is one that you really need to tell. Like, this is a good one. Hey, put this one over here. It's a little bit shorter one." She's reading that story. This is in the middle of July that she's reading this story. It's a bright, beautiful, sunny day outside as she's reading the story. The moment she starts talking about the Ouija board, the lights cut off. Like, power out. Power out. Just middle of the day, power outage. And I'm like, that's not cool. Then the power comes back on. And this printer, we call it the ghost printer anyway, because the printer, we bought this printer and it has never worked. We've never been able to get it to connect to the Bluetooth. It's just, it's got issues. It just doesn't like us. But this printer that never has worked has now decided that it's going to just shoot out multiple copies of this story. And like, I think we went through like 50 pages of print paper of it just shooting out copies of this story over and over again. And I'm like, yep.
Nice.
Go get your Bibles. Go get your Bibles. We're gonna read some. We're gonna read some, and then we're gonna unplug the printer. So, but that was one of those ones that, like, the moment I started reading that story, weird stuff started happening. There's tons of stories like that out there on Paranormal Night Shift. Just, you know, from haunted dolls to Ouija boards to we have one about a witch. We have a whole bunch about like cursed items. You know, the idea of energy and can you be in two places at one time? There's a lot of doppelganger stories and a lot of critters you're not supposed to talk about. You know, we have a lot of Bigfoot stories and a lot of Native American folklore. They have their own little, I don't want to call them little monsters. They actually scare me, and you're not supposed to say their name out loud. But most of us who are grown up in Appalachia knows exactly what I'm talking about and why you don't whistle.
Beetlejuice.
Mhm. I don't think that's the name, but you know,
Oh, okay.
UFOs and aliens and ghosts and everything like that. There's so much that we just can't explain. I like to chalk a lot of it up to faith, but at the same time, there's things that we cannot explain, and even the Bible says there's good and evil. So sometimes there are things out there that you just don't want to talk about.
Exactly. Well, Grayson, buddy, this is fun as always. Mike,
Well,
is there anything you need to hit him with before we let him go?
I like that story. I think that would make a good movie.
Mm,
Ooh,
Great
it
scary
would.
movie.
it really would.
Now, what do you tell those on? Is that on your podcast or is that on the face? That's not on Facebook because
It's on everything. It is on
I've not
everything.
been seeing those on Facebook.
Well,
Yeah.
we separated them over to another page. It was all just going through me. And it was cool. I'll have to send you a couple of them because everything starts on my TikTok because that's where Grayson McGaha Comedy has gotten its start and its biggest following is there. But everything starts on my TikTok, and then we've got a Paranormal Night Shift Facebook page and a Paranormal Night Shift podcast, and you can find them on wherever you listen to podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us. And then we have the YouTube page as well, which is paranormalnightshift.com. And the YouTube page is where you can watch full episodes now.
Well, Grayson, buddy, this was fun as always. We cannot thank you enough for all the support you do for us. So where can everybody find you? Where can everybody find out what's new with Grayson McGahad, all his merch and everything in the world of Grayson McGahad comedy?
Well, the best place to find me is at GraysonMcGahadComedy.com. That will take you to everything that I'm involved in. It'll take you to the merch, to where you can find all the fun stickers and t-shirts, and it'll take you to where you can find all of Joe's really cool coasters and everything like that. It's all at GraysonMcGahadComedy.com. Magnets as well. But pretty much it's a very unique name, so I promise you, if you start typing in the GRAESON, I'm gonna pop up on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. And for the paranormal stuff, it's paranormalnightshift.com, and that'll do the same thing. If you follow me on any of them, you'll find where to get to Paranormal Night Shift. But you can find us anywhere you hear podcasts. You can find us on YouTube. We got a Patreon. We got all sorts of other cool stuff happening now too. So it's real exciting, man, and it's fun. And we always ask for stories. If anybody who is listening has a fan story, man, please send them in to us and let us know that you heard us on LOL, so that we can get those stories told out too.
Well, Grayson, buddy, thanks again. This was fun. Thanks again.
Absolutely, guys. Anytime.
Grayson.
Folks, that was
Bye-bye.
Grayson McGahad Comedy.
So that was our interview with Mr. Grayson McGahad. Grayson, sir, thank you. We cannot thank you enough.
Yeah,
for-
thank you. So what? Yeah. Paranormal, yeah. No, Grayson, thank you very much. We quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, as always, there's never, you get the three of us together and there's never a dull moment.
That last story, though, I have to say, I did enjoy that.
Yes. Now, I had the difficult job, as always, when you get the three of us together, like, we can just roll non-stop. So that interview was...
Well, I'm round.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
That interview was over an hour long, and I had the difficult job of trying to narrow that down to a much shorter interview.
Much shorter hour.
Yeah. Yeah, but Grayson, sir, thank you again. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. We cannot thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule to entertain us or talk with us.
And I will say, Grayson is very good at telling stories.
Yes,
I mean, he's just very good at that.
Yeah, so please definitely follow him on all the socials at Grayson McGahad Comedy, and check out his podcast, Paranormal Night Shift. It's on all the podcast platforms, free to listen. If you want an extra spook in your day, there you go. He's got you covered.
Creepy spook, too.
So, Mike, how about we take a break? And,
I'm always up for a break, Joe.
And we'll come back with a couple of songs that you've picked out for tonight for the last segment.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So let's take a break. Mike can go change his underwear.
All I can say for you people out there listening is enjoy.
And we'll be right.
You're welcome. Sorry, Joe.
No, you're not.
No, not really. All right, Timmy.
Timmy, that man in the van, I'll give you any candy.
Yep.
Well, go see if he's got any more.
Nope. You can't make me.
All right. All right, we're taking a break. We're coming right back. Maybe.
Stop by Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply before you start your next home improvement project. We have the lumber, metal, and hardware you need to complete any project around the house. While you are here purchasing feed for your animals, remember to feed yourself at our delicious home-cooked deli. Let Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply be your one-stop for all your home improvement needs. Stop by our store at 4938 Parkersburg Road in Reedy, West Virginia, or give us a call at 304-927-8269.
A&M Digital Technologies is the one-stop shop for all your technology needs. We offer computer sales and repair, cell phone and tablet sales and repair, video game console repair, home security camera solutions, website design, and more. Also, ask us about how we can help you preserve family photos and old family movies with our digital conversion services. We service Roane County and the surrounding areas. Whether it's for home or business, we have solutions for everyone. Give us a call today at 304-927-3588 or check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com.
And we're back to our last segment of the night. Mike, you've picked out a couple of very interesting but good Halloween picks.
The one I've never heard before. I mean, other than I went looking for this
Yes.
and found it, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, that makes two of us. I was shocked that you actually made such good choices.
They play the song to a different beat.
Yes.
It's like I can't.
I know how it starts out good. Ooh. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So, sir, how about do you want to introduce your first selection?
No, man, you are great at talking, so I'm gonna let you talk it out. I'm just kind of just here for the ride. Because I don't remember what the name of the song is.
So
Something about Wolfman Jack.
Oh, good night. Now that's a little.
Now I grew up with Wolfman Jack, so careful now.
I remember reading about him in school in history class.
I'd hate to throw you through that door.
I would too. That might hurt.
You know, I'm not much into the effort part.
So you're fixing to get good and mad?
I'm fixing to get good and mad.
So here is Mike's first pick. Werewolves in London.
That's it. Werewolves in London.
Yes.
Yes.
So
It's got a different beat to it. Kid Rock sang that same beat. It's that same beat as Kid Rock's song all summer
long.
all summer long. But that's not the original song. But
No.
anyway, this is the beat to it, and it's a pretty good song. So listen up, and then tell me how good a choice I made.
So here is Werewolves in London. And that was Werewolves in London.
London.
So, sir, we're down to our last song of the night.
Last song of the night, man.
Yes.
And no, we don't do your
Telemarketer call.
telemarketer calls. We don't do that tonight.
No, not
I
tonight.
kind of hate that.
I know you do, but with the Halloween special, I didn't have a Halloween-themed telemarketer call lined up, so
Next year, I'm sure you will.
I have a whole year to prep. Oh, yeah, because it'll be political season. There'll be all kinds of political calls coming in.
Oh.
I'll have plenty of material.
So who you gonna vote for? Crook.
Yeah. I'm voting for the Elvis stamp.
The person with the best and most. Well, never mind.
Well, sir, how about we hit this last song?
All right. What is this last song?
So, sir, this is your pick.
My pick.
Yeah, your pick.
Okay. Which one is it?
Creedence Clearwater Revival, little CCR.
I didn't realize we were doing that one.
Yeah.
But cool. I like this one too.
Yes. So
These last two have been very good.
best picks of the night.
Well, no. Monster Mash goes without saying.
Okay.
That's my top pick.
Okay. So, how about we let CCR put a little spell on you?
Let's do this.
All right. So here is CCR Creedence Clearwater Revival with "I Put a Spell on You," and that was CCR Creedence Clearwater Revival with "I Put a Spell on You." You proud of me, Mike? I spent the whole song sitting there working on practicing saying their name.
Yes, you did wonderful job, Joe.
Well, thank
As
you.
always.
Well, thank you, sir.
My hat is off to you.
If you had a hat.
Well, I don't wear a hat because I'm afraid to make my hair fall out.
Well, or mess it up.
No, it always bounces right back.
Okay. Well, sir, hate to say it, but we've reached the end of another
Oh,
show.
man. Can't we stay on here and tell some more jokes?
Oh, I'm sure we could. How about this? I'll turn the mics off and you can sit and talk all night long. How about that?
Hey, I'm in.
So, folks, this concludes tonight's episode. First off, we want to thank WVRC, Drew, and the crew up here for letting us come up and crash the station once a month.
Absolutely.
for doing our show. Secondly, we want to thank all of our fans of the LOL show. And if you haven't followed us, be sure to follow us at LOL Radio Show 1. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Clapper,
yeah.
Instagram, and TikTok at LOL Radio Show 1. And be sure to follow us on there. We have some new original content on there as well, not just highlights from the show. We have some bonus footage as well, so that's taken off pretty well.
It's Joe falling down every now and then. You know,
Mike's tripping me.
He falls downstairs. He bounces pretty good. It's okay.
I don't know. Since I turned 37, I don't bounce like I used to. I thud, but I don't bounce.
I'll tell you, it gets a lot better, buddy.
Yeah, you lie too.
You learn not to fall.
Yeah. And last but most certainly not least, we want to thank our sponsors for making this show possible. A&M Digital Technologies and Terrell's Metal and Farm Supply. Thank you all very much.
Joe?
Yes.
We need to make a date to go down there.
Yes, we do. Because trust me, I make my rounds down there, but I need to grab you one day and we go down there and just go take in some of that fine cuisine down
Careful grabbing because I do bruise easy.
there. Since when?
Oh, I forgot.
So is there anything else you want to cover, sir, before we head out?
There was one thing I did want to add. There was, on my way home, or back to the car from the parade, after we went through the parade last Saturday,
Yes.
there was a woman that approached me and told me that her mom was a big fan. She's 93 years old. I believe her name was Rose.
Really?
Yeah. And she said she was a big fan and just listened to us and really enjoyed what we do.
Well, Rose, thank you so much for following us and listening to us. We greatly appreciate it. And Rose, if you're on social media or if your daughter is, reach out to us, please. I've got an idea. I don't want to spill any beans, but reach out to us. I've got an idea.
Yeah, please reach out. If Joe's got an idea, we want more of that. So
Yeah, 'cause
anyway.
it don't happen very often, but yeah, reach out to us. We greatly appreciate it. Anything else, sir?
I think that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, everybody, again, thank you all so much to WVRC, to our fans, our listeners, and to our sponsors. Thank you all so much. Everybody have a good night, and God bless.